This is Marie, a German woman who lost 130,000 euros in an online romance scam. She's come to a court in Nigeria seeking justice. In 2018, Marie fell in love online with a man using a fake identity. It was a typical romance scam, sometimes called catfishing. Fraudsters make victims believe they've found true love, then cheat them out of their money.
These are all records of the transfers I made. I felt under enormous pressure. 1,750, 1,000, 1,400, 1,900. I feel completely stupid. It's unbelievable what you end up doing in that situation.
Most victims never see their money again, and many perpetrators never get caught. But Marie managed to do something few victims can. She worked out her scammer's true identity.
He was supposedly a businessman with a good life, from Italy and the US. When I exposed him, I found out he was in Nigeria.
Now, Marie is set to meet the man in person for the first time, in court in the Nigerian capital, Abuja.
I'm really nervous because I'm about to look him in the eyes.
Marie's ordeal began in 2018 with a short message.
I set my Instagram account to public to reach more people for my business. A short time later, I got a message that said, "Hello, beautiful. Hope I don't bother you." I thought it was nice because he apologized for disturbing me. So we started chatting. That was the first picture he sent me. He introduced himself as a businessman who wanted to collaborate with me. This is him with his son. At this point, it got more personal, and pretty quickly he told me his backstory, that he was divorced and caring for his children. Then this kind of picture came along. He quickly went into conquest mode, telling me I was beautiful, that I was such a strong woman. Of course I was flattered. To begin with, I didn't want to contemplate that it might not be real.
Marie was suffering from depression at the time, but didn't want to burden her family. The man saw his chance. He
suggested trips to the Bahamas and other places. I loved the idea of going to the States or having coffee with him by the Spanish Steps in Rome. Stuff like that.
Marie gradually began to trust the man. Before long, they were chatting every day. Then, he asked her for money.
All my alarm bells were ringing. I thought, oh, he wants money. But I was shocked, because it wasn't like that. It didn't feel like it could actually be a scam. He was like, no, how can you say that? You should know me by now. After that, he ghosted me and didn't get in touch, which made me worry. That's how he was able to manipulate me psychologically.
Marie asked for a copy of his passport as security.
I didn't notice that it was fake.
He promised to pay her back quickly.
I thought, okay, it's just 1,200 euros. Not that that's nothing, but it would just be a one-time thing.
But things didn't stop there. Back in Nigeria, the court case is supposed to have begun.
I'm just waiting here on my own.
Marie's lawyer is also wondering why things aren't getting underway.
What has happened?
As you can see, the court is not sitting today. The judge is in a conference, and all the cases slated for today have been adjourned. The registrar is giving us a date in November. So he will have to write an application to the court for an earlier date.
There'll be no hearing today, even though Marie traveled all the way from Germany.
Hammer.
Wow, it's very different to Germany.
Ein totaler Unterschied zu Deutschland.
And nobody seems that upset or bothered about it.
Scheint sich da auch keiner drüber aufzuregen oder sich zu kümmern.
It seems Marie may have missed her chance to confront her online scammer. But then this happens.
Hey, how are you?
Where are you?
At the courthouse.
Where are you? I want to see you. Come to me.
Whereabouts are you?
Court 12.
Come to court 12.
He just called and asked where I was.
Gerade bin.
And I asked him the same thing. He said he was in the courthouse and wanted to know which room I was in.
Gerichtsgebäude und wollte wissen, in welchem Raum ich mich jetzt gerade aufhalte. Er kommt.
He's on his way.
Und jetzt
I'm
bin ich
nervous.
ziemlich nervös.
My heart's pounding.
Mein Herz klopft.
But the minutes tick by, and the man doesn't appear.
That's not him.
Bluff.
More lies.
Nur Bluff. Er hat es immer schon
This
so gemacht.
psychological warfare is typical for him.
Meldet
He gets in
sich,
touch,
spricht
promises
darüber.
something, and then doesn't come through.
Hello, where are you?
You want to talk to me?
Yeah, I want to see you. I want to look into your eyes.
Okay.
And bring your lawyer again, also.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye. See you.
Marie and the man agree to meet in the evening. Together with their lawyers, they'll discuss an out-of-court settlement. But there's no knowing whether he'll actually show up. Before leaving for Nigeria, Marie met with Karl Fraß from a German victim support organization called Weißer Ring, or White Ring. She told him about her experience.
To begin with, I might have been emotionally dependent. Then it turned into something more like being a prisoner. I wanted to get out, but I couldn't.
One thing's for certain, you're not to blame in the slightest. We work on so many criminal cases, and we know that every perpetrator is specially trained when it comes to the way they talk to you and everything else. They charm you. They make you feel secure.
He was there at a time when I needed help, when I wasn't doing well. He filled the void I was feeling. He knew what he was doing.
He groomed you.
I felt paralyzed. Everything hurt.
You've been through so much.
Sorry.
No need to apologize. I have such respect for what you've decided to do. If everyone had that courage, the scammers wouldn't stand a chance. You have to pass on your knowledge to the general public.
Marie first contacted the police at the end of 2018, but they didn't take her seriously. Now she's decided to try again.
Hello, I'm Officer Kraus.
Can I sit?
Of course.
Back then, the policeman couldn't do anything about my situation. He couldn't help me, and in fact, he made fun of me. That was a real slap in the face, because I knew myself that I'd been stupid, and I'd already been really critical of myself. To then hear the police say, "You've been such a silly girl," it wasn't what I would have expected. The police could have offered to help me then and there, filed a complaint and encouraged me to file one. If they'd acted properly back then, I'd probably have got out of the situation much sooner, and I wouldn't have lost so much money.
I can tell you that if a complaint is made in this matter, we will investigate.
That doesn't answer the question of why the investigation was so incredibly slow when I filed the complaint. I couldn't understand it because I passed everything on to the police, all the fake documents he sent me, chat transcripts and so on. Why does the victim have to do the detective work themselves? Why can't the police do it?
As soon as it becomes about another country, it gets very difficult because you need law enforcement treaties. We're working on that, but sadly, we're not yet at the point where we can call somebody in Nigeria and say, "We have this case here, see what you can do."
In the German state of Bavaria, police received more than 450 reports of online romance scams in 2023 alone. All in all, scammers took around 5.3 million euros.
Faith has always been a part of my life, where I can lift myself up and draw strength. I've lit a candle because I prayed for protection for the trip to Nigeria. And also to give thanks that I made it through the last 5 years.
In Nigeria, the court hearing has been postponed, and Marie doesn't know whether the man she met online will show up for their arranged meeting. If she gets stood up again, her whole trip will have been in vain. Does she think he'll still come?
He might, but I'd say it's unlikely.
I have been calling the lawyer, the representing, and I hope he could join us. And the lawyer has been giving me excuses, and he's no longer picking his phone call. And that shows that they were never serious with meeting.
Too bad. I wrote that I'm here, but he hasn't responded.
37 Durban Street.
Okay, we'll be there soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Will he come? No, really?
The lawyer said they will come.
He will come.
That's sweet.
I'm expecting a tall man to walk in, to be able to look him in the eyes and see that he is really lying. And my biggest hope is that we can agree that he'll give me my money back as soon as possible.
But this time, the man does show up, together with his lawyer. Both want their faces blurred on film.
It was a case of sitting opposite him and really giving him a piece of my mind. You could sense that he had done something bad. He looked at the floor, he looked away. He was subdued and quiet. He used to shout at me when something didn't happen the way he wanted. Now he was like a dog with its tail between its legs. I do actually think he showed remorse.
But it's still not clear whether Marie will ever see her 130,000 euros again. Marie is still dealing with the emotional effects of what happened in 2018.
Painting allows me to get away from my problems and find peace. I'm trying a picture where there's a landscape emerging from the fog. That's how you feel when you're being scammed. You're enveloped in this fog. And I'm beginning to emerge from it.
As the ordeal went on, Marie began to see things more clearly.
Later, when I knew he was a scammer, I asked for more and more photos. It started getting ridiculous. In this one, he just photoshopped the head on top. It doesn't look real at all. At some point, he was in hospital for an operation. He sent this picture. I called and emailed the hospital. And they said they didn't know of any such patient. That was a gut punch.
But Marie kept playing along with her scammer. She even gave him more money so as not to lose his trust. Eventually, she persuaded him to have a video call.
And there was this guy looking at me.
I told you, I have to pay the fee, then you'll get your money back. You pay $1,750 tomorrow, and then you'll have it back soon.
The man got increasingly careless. Marie was on the verge of discovering his true identity.
He was actually relieved that he no longer had to lie. He sent me a whole lot of photos of himself, his family and friends. He also sent a video. In the video, he and his cousin and some friends are walking by an elephant fountain. The fountain is quite distinctive, so I took a screenshot and used Google image search to find it. It's near Obiaruku, in Delta State in Nigeria, a place called McCarthy Beach.
Marie was able to expose the man and his network. She informed Nigeria's Financial Crimes Authority, the EFCC.
This is what the EFCC posted after they arrested him.
Yeah.
Back in Nigeria, Marie's quest isn't over yet.
We've come to Benin City because it's a hotbed of fraud. You can even take workshops here to learn the best methods to scam people. I'm here to get a sense of how it all works. This is Solomon. He's going to help me stay safe. And also show me places where there are scammers.
But first, Marie and Solomon decide to visit a juju priest.
One of his friends got in touch and threatened me. He told me that if I didn't pay, a voodoo priest would curse me and my family. It really upset me. I was scared.
Marie's decided to find out for herself what's behind the practice. First, the juju priest demonstrates his supernatural powers.
With both legs?
Yes.
Als Beweis für die Macht oder für
To prove his power, they stuck two brooms together and lifted me up with them, even though you might expect them to come apart. Of course, I know the physics behind it.
zusammenhängt, aber ich weiß, wie die Physik, was die Physik dann.
It's not magic, just physics.
Einfach nur Physik.
What would you like to do? Kill him?
What do you want him to do for you now? And now that you are here and the money is with them.
Do you want to kill them?
We don't want to.
I don't want him to hurt anyone.
You don't want to harm them. She only wants her money back.
Juju rituals are common in Nigeria.
The significance that juju priests and the scammer has is the power that they got from the priests. The priest is like their spiritual power, their spiritual father. They come to him in the name of business. They say, Papa, I have a business and I want you to help me to pray for this business to succeed. And as a father, he prayed for them.
It seems that the man who cheated Marie out of her money also has his own juju priest. To break the spell, Marie is told to cook some yam. The priest says that she'll get her money back in 3 days.
Es ist schön anzuschauen.
It looks nice, but it doesn't have much of an effect on me anymore. The fear I felt before has subsided.
Thank you very much. Naja, ich bin jetzt gespannt, ob dieser Zauber,
Let's see if the magic works.
ausgesendet wird, ob der auch wirklich wirkt. Und ich werde dann am Sonntag...
Maybe on Sunday, when I'm in the plane, I'll check my bank account and see that the money's arrived.
Marie still wants to find out more about how the scammers operate. But she has to cut short her trip to Benin City because there's surprising news from Abuja.
All right, the court will be sitting by 9 a.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. I met with the judge today again, who said that her sitting is 9 a.m.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow in court.
All right, thank you.
Bye, thank you.
All right.
It looks like the court hearing is happening after all, so Marie is heading back to Abuja. But her helper Solomon remains in Benin City. He's made contact with a group of scammers. In Nigeria, they're known as Yahoo Boys, a term for young men who want to make a quick buck online. Their boss is willing to give an anonymous interview about his business.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Hello, gentlemen. We just want to get information from you on these activities and all of that.
Okay. This is where we hustle. We call it hustle. You understand? These are my boys. They work day and night. We're always awake, stay awake on the internet. We call it bombing, foreign clients. So these boys, they are looking for money actually. So I get them from anywhere, like from the streets.
In this country, there's no word. So youth are suffering around the streets. So I also have to hide myself and make something for myself.
When the money comes, we share it 60-40. You take 40, I take 60%. I teach them what to tell the client, then that's how it works. Okay, thank you.
Okay, what's your name?
What's your name? Okay.
Say, my name is Tommy.
Tommy, okay.
Yeah. He said, okay, I'm Howard.
Okay, Howard, okay.
Then she said, okay, nice name. Then I then said, you are welcome.
Okay, that's how we go about it, like, as in, you introduce yourself, like, hi, hello, how you doing? You look beautiful, how is your day going? From there, the conversation starts from there, yeah. You use false pictures. You can see Howard. If they know you are from Nigeria, they will not respond to you, you know. They will not.
My real name is Thomas, but I use Gina. She's a white lady. We are not happy doing it.
Sometimes we feel sorry for them. Most times we feel sorry for them. Our heart is not stony. sometimes we feel remorse of what we do.
Meanwhile, Maria's back in court in Abuja.
I'm weak at the knees, my heart is pounding. I just hope I can get through it.
The man hasn't yet been found guilty in court.
It feels strange, because I have to present all the evidence, and because there used to be sympathy and understanding, and maybe also love. But it's clear he's been lying to me the whole time. I gave him so many chances to tell the truth. He never did. Only little by little, after I was able to prove, I knew who he really was. I trusted him and he took advantage of me. I want my dignity back.
Before giving evidence in English, Marie talks to the prosecutor and her new lawyer one more time.
I'll do my best. It won't be good if I'm nervous and worked up and I can't concentrate.
What will happen when I need to cry? You cry. If you need to cry, cry.
If you take your time, just breathe, relax.
It's okay.
With the hearing about to start, we have to take our cameras outside. Later that afternoon, Marie is relieved. Her statement in court went well.
It was such a release, because I was finally able to let go of everything. A week ago, I was still so scared to be here. I still felt trapped. But all the prejudices have evaporated. Nigeria is a really friendly country, and I've met some great people.
I'm glad that she has had the experience, because now she sees that not everybody in Nigeria is a cyber criminal. I'm really hopeful and for the end of the case, because I believe we'll be able to recover most, if not all, of the monies, and then also get justice in the case as well.
Coming here has definitely been worth it. Little by little, I'm getting back to being the old me, the person I was before I was scammed.